Welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to successfully recruit new children's ministry volunteers. And I'm just going to do it in two simple steps: the what and the how. Let's dig into it. The first thing we have to do in order to be successful in recruiting new children's ministry volunteers is change our mindset. Before, when I would go and recruit new children's ministry volunteers, I would go up to somebody and it would come out something like this. We're desperate. I don't know how, I don't know why they left, but they left. Shouldn't they just be serving the Lord? This is for Jesus. We're doing this for Jesus. Serve the children, serve Jesus. And I would go up to them and I would tell them the need, not the opportunity. So we have to shift from need-based recruiting to opportunity-based recruiting. Something that I changed in children's ministry is I no longer call our team volunteers. I call them team members. And that kind of places value on each team member coming in to volunteer. This is important because we don't want to guilt trip new team members into joining our team. We want to give them an opportunity because children's ministry is a privilege now to serve in. We are raising up the next generation. We are raising up warriors for Jesus who love them with all their heart. For some of these children, it may be the first time that they're going to experience God and accept Jesus into their heart. Don't you want to be a part of this team? You see what I did there? Instead of talking about the need, I talked about the opportunity. And that is the what. Let's get into the how. How do we actually go about recruiting new team members? This is in two sections. The first is identify and pray. The second is ask and follow up. Let's look at identify and pray. First thing we want to do is identify the perfect or ideal team member for children's ministry. And when I look for new team members to join our team, I look out for fat people. That's right, you heard me right, fat people. Faithful, available, and teachable. These are three different characteristics that I want to look for in building the best team possible. Faithful, they regularly attend Sunday service. Available, they don't have like 5 jobs and are part of 5 different ministries already. Teachable, that they're willing to come under spiritual covering and follow the vision and direction of children's ministry. Now, of course, as we're asking new team members to come along, sometimes we really don't know if they're fat or if they're not fat. But that's just the ideal to look out for. If I see a fat person in church, I know that I'm going to go up to them and apply the next few steps to try and get them to join our team, because we want to build the best team possible for children's ministry. We don't want to have the leftovers. Honestly, sometimes we can't know if we have a fat person or not a fat person. And that's okay, because this is where the next part, prayer, comes into action. And this is actually how I primarily start my recruitment process. And I pray and I ask God, who is the right person for children's ministry? More often than not, God will put a name, a person, face into my heart, and this will prompt me to go and connect with that individual. So after I identify and pray, the next step is to ask and follow up. And ask, this is probably the scariest part, but if you want to recruit new team members, you have to get used to asking if people want to join your team. Because remember, it's important to know that it is a privilege to serve. It's not a need-based mentality, but an opportunity-based mentality that we're recruiting from. So when you go up and ask them, I just simply do this. Hey, have you ever thought about joining children's ministry? It's that simple. It's that easy. Statistics say that 1 out of every 3 people that you ask to join will say yes. So that means 2 people will say no. 33% is actually a pretty good percentage for a yes. So don't get discouraged if someone says no. But I want to give you the 3 top answers that I get when I ask someone to join children's ministry. And these are in no particular order. The first one is a no. No, I hate kids. I don't want to be around kids. Kids are not even supposed to be in church. All right, if someone answers you like that, they need Jesus and you should be praying for them. But in all seriousness, if someone is that adamant about a no, I really don't want them on my children's ministry team. There are other fish in the sea, and God will place somebody else to fill the position that we need. The second answer that I love getting is yes. Thank you, Jesus. I've been waiting for someone to come and ask me to join children's ministry. If that's the answer, then great. The next step, get them to fill a background check form and get them plugged in. You got a yes. Awesome. The third and most common answer that I get when I recruit for children's ministry is maybe. I'll pray about it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm qualified. I don't know. And so it's not a yes and it's not a no, but it's a maybe. It's somewhere in between a yes and a no. Now, I think it's important to realize that this is not a no. And this is where the last stage comes in, follow up. And so if you get a maybe, what I usually say next is something along the lines of, hey, why don't you pray about this and I'll contact you next week. So this next Sunday is super vital that you follow up with this potential team member. So if you have to write that name down or tell your assistant or whatever it takes to follow up with this volunteer, do it, because this maybe is a potential yes and a potential person that you can recruit to be a part of your team. Now the Sunday comes up when you have to follow up on this potential team member. Have that packet in your hand and go up to him or her and say, hey, have you gotten a chance to pray about joining our children's ministry team? So there's a couple different answers that I get from here. The first is, yes, I prayed about it, and yeah, I think I want to join. Great. Here's our children's ministry welcome packet for our new team members. Go ahead, fill that background check out, and we can start the process. Now, the other one is, oh no, I haven't really gotten a chance to pray about it just yet. And that's okay too. So now you have this new team member packet that you can just hand to them as, hey, don't worry about it, pray about it. I'm going to call you up on Wednesday and just see what you think about joining our children's ministry team. I think you'll be a great fit. I think you'll add a lot of value to our team. And there you go. On Wednesday, call them up and ask them, hey, have you gotten a chance to fill out that background check form? We would love to have you on our children's ministry team. And they either say yes or no. Now, if they say no, I'll usually say something, oh, I'm so sorry. I wish you could join our team. I think you would add a lot of value. If God ever speaks to you to come back to our team, let us know. And so it's always leaving that open-ended statement for them to come on the team, even if they say no at that point. Now, if they say yes, then great. They can fill out that background check form and turn it in at their earliest convenience. So there you have it. This is how I recruit for children's ministry. I don't do it out of a need-based or obligation-based method. I do it out of an opportunity or privilege method. And I do it in two separate steps. I identify and pray, and then I'll ask and follow up. It's that simple. Using this method, I believe that you'll be successful in recruiting new team members for children's ministry wherever you're at. Thanks for joining us. And as we start using these practical tips in recruitment, even from this Sunday, praying and identifying, connecting and following up, I know that God is going to build the best team possible for us in children's ministry. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.